Teoría de entretenimiento. Usuario simultáneo 0. Del vivo. Percas. Hola, Percas. Secciones que quiero ver hoy. Vamos a ver Justin Bieber Sessions. Apenas me enteré de todo el chisme de Justin Bieber, su vida privada. Entonces, hay una sección que quiero ver. Vamos a buscarla. Sweet Dreams. Estoy buscando. Vamos a ver. Cálmense, güey. Conexión, excelente. Bueno, ya estamos aquí, no he dicho nada, pero estamos buscando. No quiero encontrar en YouTube videos, no, pitches, confidence. Sessions. Aquí. Te damos la bienvenida al channel en vivo. Voy a poner publicidad. 10 videos. Vamos a ver 10 videos sobre Justin Bieber.
You have a kind of a big announcement, right?
I do, yeah. I'm actually going on tour.
Justin Bieber announced a massive tour to promote his fourth album, Purpose.
The fifth biggest tour of 2016 and crossed the $200 million mark.
Starting a stadium tour.
Justin Bieber says he is canceling the rest of his world tour.
Justin Bieber announced that the remaining dates of his Purpose World Tour will be canceled. We know that this is going through a lot.
The reason given by his team in a statement cites unforeseen circumstances.
Okay.
2 years later. Here we go.
I'm Justin. I am from Stratford, Ontario, Canada. I am an artist. I make music. I started making music when I was really young. It helped me escape from a lot of the things that I felt like I was going through at the time, that I was going through at the time, and I'm excited to share my journey with you. So come and check it out. Can I do that again? Yeah, I think I'm getting a little bit in. We are going to Stratford, to my hometown, because it's awesome, and I haven't showed anybody else. I'll never say no. My first year we're making a new documentary right now, and we're going back to Stratford, and hopefully there's someone there playing the violin, so I can go and drop this. Yeah.
Voy a poner mi disfraz.
We're gonna go and check out the spot where I used to.
YouTube no está I know.
For every year of your adolescence, you were the most frugal person on the planet.
Oh, I went to that school.
You know, starting out as a boy in front of the entire world and then transforming into a young adult, a teenager, and then like a young man, and everybody's had to watch him go through every single phase of life essentially from, I don't know, 14, 15, and now he's really an adult.
Who's that?
Oh yeah, I remember.
She's like the apartment I grew up in.
he came out on the other side of some really dark times. He still is who he is, and that's why people are drawn to him.
You know, early on in his career, we'd always say, let's go for another one, let's go for another one, another hit, another record, another thing, another tour. Before Purpose, the journals, I didn't want him to tour, I wanted him to get healthy. And then he got healthy and we went on Purpose. And then again, he was tired and he said, look, I need a break again. And he took the break and he's taken a very long break. And in that time, he's found his wife, he's grown a lot. I'm
Oh, me, good.
and it was a very tough one. He just wanted to get away and feel more, and needed a break from it all.
I freaked out when Justin canceled the tour. Performing is the thing that he loves most in this world, and so for him to say that he didn't want to, I knew that to
Had go having all the brain access from that level don't get
Escuta, estamos haciendo mucho teatro.
on stage. So
Y mientras me
it kind of seemed like a turning point for him to where he was like, I think I'm ready to do this again. I think I need to do this again. Having brought that now,
I had to want to dance in. I want like he's okay. We're ready.
just changing a lot. Getting married, getting back in the studio, talking about getting married, like just
WhatsApp, Palomilla, me quedo dormido, perdón, estoy viendo videos.
being in this new chapter and being happy about what I'm doing. Just being ahead. Better. I think what's been challenging over the years is a lot of the times I make music and it would be funny when the focus and the goal is about yourself. You can kind of tend to lose your purpose in that. I think the older that I get, the more I realize that I'm
What's your ideas to do? To do what? Bueno, let's walk. Pero tú... Ya menos de esto. Los audífonos no dejan conectar.
I love singing what he loves. Honestly, to support him around the purpose I was in. A lot of that not as a lot of things that maybe not in that way, but I have to kind of just as other artists who just put their blood, sweat, and tears into their craft.
when you're doing what you are good at, like you just feel like you're being
Para
Fine. Right. On process. Together. In conversations that Josh is in fact a person. You just in fact hey like similar. Hey.
Hacer magia por las cocas. Ustedes saben.
is a once in a lifetime spot in his whole life right now.
This is gonna be so beautiful. I'm gonna destroy this part, bro.
He's so good at what he does that there's a whole different energy when Justin is really like in his zone and really doing his thing that I can't really explain, and maybe watching this people will kind of get a glimpse into his world.
Just gonna get in the zone and think. Sometimes it feels good to cry. That was hard, dude.
He works extremely hard. He's a perfectionist. You know, he wants to recut songs all the time, like, cause he hears things that other people don't hear.
You gotta recut double negative. Cause that's a whole.
We should cut changes to that. My perfectionist? Oh yeah.
Es interesante la seriecita esta. Habla de cómo hizo el disco de cambios.
The reason why I say it so many times and people probably don't understand, I want it perfect. I can never remake this album. Once it comes out, it's out. You know? So, it's gotta be perfect.
I think for me, things have always been so polished and so like perfect, and everything needed to be so perfect, and I just felt like I had to worry about literally everything. Like, don't touch your face that way, don't touch your hair, you're ruining, you got a stain on your shirt. Like, that's why these little things, like, I really just don't want to even make that a huge deal. But anyways, I can get how audio could get if I'm doing this the whole time.
I'm done. That's it, right? That's a wrap.
I'm checking all, I'm watching all. Yeah.
See you next song.
Ya se acabó el primer episodio. La creación de la magia de Justin Bieber. La creación de la magia. Ey, Remy, cálmese. Ya, ey. Ya. intentamos hacer, ¿sabes? Con una pausa. Arte y realizado.
Hace de la noche de mañana, hace de la noche de mañana, hace de la noche, de la. Yeah, I'm just, sorry. It's okay. Sorry. I'm really excited.
Watching somebody work and live in their purpose is extremely gratifying, especially for me. Like seeing him sink his teeth and finding joy and doing what he loves and doing what he's like purpose to do.
He just kind of writes, and we kind of narrow it down to what he wants the body to look like.
We're able to get all these better ideas and songs and really cherry pick the ones that are tight and put that into one of the songs.
Cougar is going to get back in the lab again this week. Cut over to Cougar. Go.
Cougar is Justin's main collaborator in terms of writing, who knows Justin so well. When Justin calls and like gives him the outline of an idea of who really knows what to do with it and where to go with it.
Justin's great at challenging me creatively. His work ethics are so amazing.
I think we do have amazing chemistry. A lot of these verses that they write together.
Can't nobody want nobody. Can't.
Hey, he's one of the most prolific songwriters of our generation. He writes 3 songs a day, sometimes every day. Hundreds of songs, literally.
Tremendous human being.
No, you'll be permanent in my life, right? Yeah. I think we're each other. We've got a real
Freakishly talented. You're freakishly talented.
Thank you. I'm waiting to run out of, words. started being yeah,
My favorite.
yeah, just started first time.
It's like not often where I hear something right away and I'm like, this is so exciting.
Let's get into it now.
A couple songs he's done that with. Most songs he has to live with, make sure it's worth him putting all the energy into it. It's like a first date, not every first date score, right? And the time, make sure you're doing the right thing. Like the same thing with the song. I'm not saying score in a creepy way, like chemistry matches score.
Think about coming back to the studio and jumping in this music thing, just had it forming. His love for the visual.
Justin always, in his process, has not wanted a lot of people around. It hasn't changed that much. It usually is just usually him and Josh when he's cutting the record.
Superstars just feel like whatever they sing is amazing because of who they are, and he's able to just completely push that to the side and just, strive for greatness. And at the same time, he's extremely humble. And in the past, the media is kind of like play him out to be something completely different, but being around him, being up and close with him for 7 years now, it just lets me see that he's a sweetheart, big-hearted individual, and he just wants to be the best version of himself that he can possibly be.
Yeah, can you send me those? Like, just like literally spend 10 on each or something.
Show up.
Doesn't show out.
Ya se acabó el capítulo 3, capítulo 4. Hey, ya, siéntate, perdón que te grite, pero es que él no entiende si le hablan suavecito. Solo así entiende. Shh, ya, cálmese. Ya, Remy. Cada canción. Gorgeous.
It was so
High.
So well together. I don't know. I think she's probably got a lot of patience.
No sé. Lo malo es que todos lados.
She was the kind of girl I wanted.
Haley, she's probably 11, 12 years old. Her dad, Steve, brought her to the Today Show.
It was a long time ago. I mean, she was young. He was young. He was a kid.
First time me and him did, I was she didn't care at all. I think she like grew up, her dad was kind of in the industry. I think she was a little jaded. I'll blame it on her genes.
I think he is in a very unique position. Something that I've known about Haley from the first time that I had an actual conversation with her is that she really trusts her.
Her to just be this one. This is remarkable for caring, so good, so
What does Haley think of the album? Haley loves the album. I think like she loves me being happy, and like even if the music sucks, she's so awesome and cares about me so much. She would love the fact that I'm happy doing what I love, even if it was whack.
Back in the studio, having the song called Forgiving Me. This one over here, Haley, she's not to do something stupid, she forgives me, so there's that.
It's very different talking about something from the perspective of being somebody's partner. I get to observe this really amazing part of his life and this like transformation. We get to do it together, and that's just, it's really different for me.
Yeah, Haley's been in the studio a lot. I think she finds a lot of fun and a lot of joy in being here in the process.
Girl forgives me left and right. Oh damn nightmare.
Inspiration for life. I mean, just more depth to his performances on the songs when she's in the studio too, you know?
I miss my life. You see that, okay? I didn't
They're recording this album together. You know, I think it's fun for them both to do, and I think it's really fun for him to actually have somebody here with him.
Haley actually chimes in because she has a really good sense of music and tells him what he trusts her sense of music and kind of what she likes.
so quick to move forward, no.
Of this, and it matters. We care about what Haley thinks. Like her opinion is overly.
I think there's a aspect of excitement that should be there, nerves that should be there when you're romantically involved with somebody, especially if it's your person and it's the right person for you. Yeah, it still makes me a little nervous sometimes. Like I blush and I get a little bit like cheesy. Can't help it.
Sometimes I still get nervous with her in the room for some reason, and it's weird. I know, but like, I don't know, she just makes me nervous because I love her so much and I want her to like my stuff. And it's about her too, so I'm like singing about her. It's just like, it's a weird thing, but it's awesome.
It's really hard doing music with a whole album.
Like the other day, she doesn't know this, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be down in 30 minutes. We're gonna go and eat. You want to just go back and like get dressed and we'll go to eat. But really, I was like basically getting her out of the studio so I could finish the song because I was like feeling pressure about like her being in there, but I didn't want to like make her feel bad about it. So I was like, I had to plan a dinner. And I didn't have a dinner planned, so I was like, I had to get a table and everything, but it was good.
Haley needs the restoration part right here.
Apenas fue de qué lado.
I remember
¿Estaba haciendo?
calling my parents when we decided to get married, and I said, this is time. I need you to stop me from doing something crazy. Do you think? Yeah. Because in my heart, I knew that it's what I wanted to do, but I was like, just tell me right now. Whoa. Just relax and think about this and see like 20 something and then honestly, we think it's meant to be for you and we know that this is what you want, so we trust you.
Remy, basta.
And I was like,
All right, wedding bells will be ringing for singer Justin Bieber and model Haley Baldwin.
Justin Bieber and Haley Baldwin confirming their engagement.
The two got engaged in the Bahamas over the weekend. They dated 2 years ago, but they split up. However, they've been together lately.
It was like a couple months between them getting back together and him getting engaged. He was like, he promised me we wouldn't get engaged before November. And I was like, Haley, October right now. He's great at so many things, Justin has no concept. And sure enough, like a month later, he was like, you get ready.
He was the first person I ever had
No, Remy, basta. No.
When
No.
things kind of went south for a little bit and we went our separate ways. I just knew that no matter what the outcome was going to be, he was going to be somebody that I loved for the rest of my life, no matter what. He was always going to hold a special place in my heart.
More so not because she's his wife, but just because she's her, I felt more of a personal obligation to Haley than I had ever did. I didn't want to see her hurt again, but she was like very convinced that it was different, and honestly, the second that I spoke to her about it, I was like, maybe she's right, and it is, because it feels different this time.
They do spend a lot of time working on their relationship. I mean, I think I'm not married, but I understand that when I am married, it's gonna be a lot of work, and I think they're very well aware of that, and that they're both mature enough and wanting it enough that they'll make it work. They'll make everything work.
Being able to spend my life with someone and know that there's always that person to go back to, and always you get area to share every moment with, and get to share my life with in moments, and just makes it so much more
No.
is something that I really never had growing up, and it's something that I've always really wanted.
She's just a pillar for him, and even anything he experiences in life, I think that I have a lot of trust and confidence knowing that she's there as such a firm foundation and support. Like really, she's incredible.
I sleep great now that Justin is married and that she is around. Not only because I don't worry about what call I'm going to wake up to, which is what the case was 5 years ago, but also because I know that someone is there with him if something goes wrong. There's this very competent, capable, smart adult that is there to help him with it. And I also know he's much happier than the Justin Bieber 5 years ago. I took my mouth early.
You know what I hear that?
¿Cuánto sucio está el celular?
I smoke here. I like my desire. But yeah, I don't suggest it, but I was 13.
cree
Really?
some of the fuck it was when I had 14-year-old.
Yeah, I think maybe lean. Maybe was drinking that.
Entonces,
Can I say that?
sí es nuestra vida, ¿sí o no?
When
Sí.
Everything.
Eso.
It was just an escape for me. I was just young, like in the industry, with people in the world who experiment and do, growing up things. My experience, camera had a level of school and I had money, and then you have these people around me just kind of hanging on, wanting stuff from me, knowing that like I was living this lifestyle that they also wanted to live, drinking, smoking.
I think when you take somebody very, very young and they start to get horrible, crazy, crippling anxiety and it goes undiagnosed, you don't know what it is that you're feeling, and you start to self-medicate because it makes you feel better. Just how you feel.
We've also had some really good times. Me 18 is above 19 was it 1? That was probably
Speak of some of the times when he was running amok. You know, there were a few times where I saw him, and it just kind of hurt my heart seeing him the way he was. So, a little bit. It would just go without saying that my position on maybe the path he was going down, but at the same time, just letting him live his life and run and, I don't know, just do his thing.
I know that Justin knows a good person from a, I don't even know if anyone was a bad person, it was just kids mostly, but like knows but I really believe that person that the whole world hated so much was who he is.
Last week, the singer was arrested in Miami for allegedly drag racing, driving under the influence, and resisting arrest, all misdemeanors. Bieber's attorneys pleaded not guilty on Wednesday.
I started valuing the wrong things in this business because there was things dangling in front of me. If I did this, I'll be happy. If I do this, I'll be happy.
He's gone through a lot in a very short life. You don't always agree with someone's decisions in that moment. There are young people making very big decisions that affect a lot of people. And sometimes in those scenarios, you're going to make the right decision. Sometimes you're going to make wrong.
And these are things that I think a lot of people with secure households learn at a young age. I never had that security in a family. I never had that consistency. I never had the reliability and the accountability and those things that make you understand. I was a big back. Feel like
his mother when very close, so there was chronic stress.
The truth is I never had the tools. My parents never gave me those tools to be a good team player.
Ahora resulta.
Responsibility. I know I did that, and I know that did hurt people because I did that, but I can look at that and not have shame over it.
Justin and I were never really in each other's lives until he chose to get sober and was trying to come off of the drugs, almost kind of himself.
I decided to stop because I felt like I was like really lost. My career like really I was living and the first thing I was doing was popping pills and stuff like that. Basically said to myself, oh my God, if you're real, get me through this season of stopping these pills. Did that.
Justin in September 2014. He was a wreck. He had recently stopped using drugs.
Viva Cristo.
He was
Que no podemos hablar de
anxious,
religión.
overwhelmed, not sleeping.
Pero esto es YouTube.
Meditation.
Ayuda.
Mental so you have you don't will you it's chance it's a chamber. What it does is it fills up with oxygen, and I've been struggling with a lot of anxiety, and what it does is it actually you get more oxygen into your brain, so it increases your stress level.
It helps bring more oxygen to your organs. We have one in our house. As you can see in the doc, there was one in the studio. People are going to think she's a crazy person. People are going to be like, what is this contraption machine that's in rich people shit? I don't know.
Just address the camera real quick. Okay. So I am here in the doctor's office, and what we are about to do is the nurse is going to put in an IV, and it's called NAD. And basically what it does is it's going to flush out some of the toxins. I've abused my body in the past, and recovery. Here we go. So yes.
To have they get sober, the pleasure centers of their brain don't work the same. What NAD does is it actually helps repair that part of the repair your centers, get down and back out.
Struggling with my energy for quite a while, and I decided to know why. And it's just, I realized after that I have this called Lyme disease, which is a super silent disease that's not really very well known. Doctors, it's very hard for doctors to test for it.
Lyme disease is the fastest growing bacterial infection in the United States right now. And we know that it can cause a whole spectrum of neuropsychiatric symptoms, mood disorders, irritability, depression, anxiety. Justin fits the picture of these symptoms.
Extreme viruses in mono, have that too.
That in itself, mono makes you really sick, and it makes you feel really tired, and some people can't get out of bed because of it.
He saw a psychiatrist in Los Angeles who diagnosed him with bipolar disorder and gave him lithium without ever looking at his brain. When I looked at his brain, he wasn't bipolar.
Basically, infections have played a big part in
That shows there was information for what's going on. So now that we have all the answers and we know what it is and we know how to alleviate it, and now he's already not only healthier than he's ever been, but on the road to maintaining a healthier life than he's ever had, which is awesome.
you're missing things for people when your brain's not right.
Honestly, I'm committed to getting better. I'm committed to doing whatever I have to do, whether it's inconvenient or not, because I know ultimately it's not only for me, but being the best for me is going to help be the best husband. For the music that I make and stuff, I can't do it without having been talking for a long time. Yes, help me so much.
Bravo.
There's so many people that have gifts. Selfish reasons. To see so many talented people just something so precious. It's up to us as individuals to use the gifts that we've been given, whatever it may be, to contribute. The song changes. It actually talks about some days we want to push further, and some days we feel like doing nothing. And that often comes with our mood and our attitude towards life, and sometimes in life there will be things that we can't control. And naturally the attitude is to be upset or to be disappointed or disturbed. That are just feelings at the end of the day, and you choose to put your effort into your work or into your passion or into to find that drive of just being here and forcing myself to get out of bed. I might not seem that hard to some people just get out of bed, but it's been really hard for me to get out of my bed. And I know a lot of people feel that same way, so I just also want to say that you're not alone. And if you're not going to give up, the only thing to do is push forward.
La otra pelota, ¿dónde quedó?
Nice thing, right? Good.
Hola, percas.
No sleep. No sleep at all. Oh, there's no sleep right now. I'm writing a right. You said no sleep. So sorry. Just nervous a little bit. Just expectations.
And this is really hard to do.
People are this that you film it. Truth, there's this weight and this heaviness on you to achieve and to be something. People have these expectations of you. It's just a lot.
You know, it's nothing shy of devastating when someone is 13 or 14 years old who knows that the brain is not yet ready to handle all the rigor that comes with being an entertainer.
The time where I would stress, and I remember that too. So it's like that's a categorical trigger, right?
100%. It's not all the little details. It's just under the category of this show.
Exactly.
Or this adventure because the past
Exactly.
felt this way. So your brain says, I'm going to know that felt, and it goes right back.
You know what brain says? Run.
When I first saw him, you know, he really wasn't functional.
But most of us are hurting.
Alguien que me deposite 8,000 pesos.
Cope with my day-to-day struggle.
His cortisol levels are through the roof. So your cortisol is your fight or flight mechanism.
This has been the hardest, roughest season of my life. Pressure of delivering. Just a lot of different things.
Made a promise to him that he can never dance to get entertained in his life.
Has been invested in Justin's health.
I was young. He thought here my I was rebellious against that.
At this point, I just want to see him happy and healthy.
We put together a process and a schedule, and we're having meetings, and we have goals for the staff.
Allison,
Updated schedule presentation.
What I gave you was a theoretical dream world, and now I actually things like that. We're talking about the long-term schedule.
Schedule like Justin's is like an NFL football player playing Sunday football every single Sunday, every single week of the year, 52 games a year for 10 straight years. And it just can't be done.
these are supplements. There are too many, if you ask me.
Particularly very late in the day.
I don't take for the games.
It's at 2 o'clock.
Anxiety creeps in. He has to get away.
Do you know Almond Gary?
Is that you? I was like feeling pressure. I had to just get away from it.
It was right smack in the middle of the album process. He was recording things, getting new songs all the time, trying to figure out what direction he kind of wanted to go in.
Ok, sirviendo, aquí estoy.
Buzz is like brain has been so foggy for so long. It's hard for me to compartmentalize stuff.
Every time I roll, I got it.
He's a night owl. I will say that. He's always up in the nighttime. Serious. Just roaming around. creative people tend to be night owls.
Tell me what you wanna know, I tell it to you right now. Every time I turn it back, I'm thinking like it's compound. I go to a party.
Es que no veo tus videos porque no es nada interesante. Una pregunta nada interesante, mira, nada, no sirve nada. Por eso me pongo a ver videos. Me habla con ustedes como si de verdad tuviera una audiencia de 80,000 personas, pero no lo sé nadie, ¿verdad? Pero
The stars were something that I've never seen in my life.
play. Playing soccer. Motorcycle. Who I enjoy. I think I get from sorts of skateboarders have a vibe. There's so many things you can kind of take from just different people and styles and all that sort of stuff. So. About
We wanted to pick a lane from things. I think that's the most fun that we get to do it together. He's really involved, finding different artists to work with and just different silhouettes from stage. It's cool.
Una joya de toda la vez. Something dry feet, fruits of it, I guess. Pero ya no es importante.
In together, live together, to each other, love each other. Just took away all the pressure of the scary part of getting.
This is what I said.
I knew that I wanted to have a wedding because I didn't ever want to say, oh, I never got married and get walked down the aisle by my dad. And I just wanted to be able to show kids those photos and be able to have those memories. And the time for me felt so perfect. I didn't feel like there was unnecessary pressure.
I think Canada was where they wanted to do the wedding because it was this beautiful romantic spot and he had been there before, and I think the story goes that he said he wanted to get married there one day and then kind of forgot it existed, and then when they went to go and then he remembered and asked for it.
Do you know where Guard is?
Story of my life. Would you have a affair?
I'm not really a big bridal person.
Right.
But I'm not letting the now. I'm not getting worked up about anything.
Remember what happened?
On the wedding day?
Falling out?
Nowhere. It is not very involved. I think he trusts my vision.
She was in pretty good decision making as far as like the wedding was concerned. She's basically
He tried to take, he helped pick out colors.
Yeah.
We had one original seating table vision, and then I showed him the photos of all of them, and he was like, yeah, actually, can we change this completely?
there was too many flowers on the table and I told her to take off some flowers.
I had this original idea to put flowers all over the table, like a little mini garden. He's like, people aren't doing this thing. The table, get rid of all.
She was like,
I don't even tell you. I come in with the yes or no questions, like, do you like this color, yes or no? Do you like this flower, yes or no? But aside from that, I think he's just kind of like, throw me in a tux and let's go. We just decided that smaller and intimate was going to be the better situation for the two of us because we wanted people who had been very super involved in the journey and who were still super involved in our life currently, and we're still in part of our day-to-day lives right now.
Justin's got like the biggest heart of probably anybody I know. I just always had a confidence that he'd be okay and he'd be who we actually see now. I just kind of always knew that he'd be alright. one thing I really value about it. I really been motivated.
Your life is just way more fun with that person. You become a
Always just been about like, you know, preparing to be good husbands.
I was talking to Haley, I was like, we're doing 4th of July in the Bahamas, and you just come, so I think I hit you, and I go, do you want to come to the Bahamas, you have to do that, and he goes, yeah, what if I ask Haley to marry me? And I was, no lie, it was like, LOL, because it was like, yeah, just got back there, I thought he was joking, I thought he was funny.
She just walked down the stairs, and you were just there. I was there with the ring. And I was
And it was I went through a journey. I get to see all these cool places. I travel and I get to experience all these cool things. But then I come home at the end of the night and it's just me. We kept it really small because it makes it so much more fun. And the little things that I was worried about, energy brought into the actual day.
I was so proud of him away. For so many reasons. That he was be. I know the work it took for him to get there.
Now in front of me is in his vows and being in love with someone is remarkable, and I'm happy that he's that.
Well,
I think man, woman, or man,
little negative happened.
Oh, dicen ve.
Whatever it was, that it
That's what love is. The album's about not everything needs to be physical. It's like I love her without even needing to touch her.
It was just so special. Everybody just getting their faces off.
¿Qué comes, culebra? ¿Tienes hambre? Ya había comprado al rato.
The wedding was fire for me, just being with all the people that I love and celebrating and just being silly. That was like my favorite part. It's always been.
Casi acabamos. No lo creo. El año, yo lo sé.
That I sang to, so everyone insisted that I get brought up on stage. Actually, it was Allison's idea. I was like, giddy, as if it was happening on stage, and it was just so silly and cute.
So here, this is me with Haley in New York. We were riding bikes, and I remember feeling like emotionally just overwhelmed and talking to her, not knowing how to like communicate certain things, and just feeling kind of like frustrated. You know, there's been a lot of things that have happened in my life, and I think there was just a point in my life where I was just so overwhelmed. I'm just being a normal person and crying. I think when I'm in the media, or I look at things on the internet and people are like, Justin is upset. Why is he upset? It's like, don't give me permission to be upset. I don't have permission to be, you know, human and shed tears, and there's so many people every day who are in a conversation with their girl, their wife, or their mom, and they break down, you know, have cameras capturing it, you know, so people are like, is he okay? He's having a mental breakdown. You know, and I think that's okay. At the end, remember, like, where that beat? At the end, you want to get a job, get your job, you know? I mean, it's up to you. Right, you know?
I always just would base my creativity on a song off of like the way I felt or the reaction of other people. You know, student coming in and listen to everything. Like the music whispers something and it'll be like, yeah.
Todo el video va a estar bien, por aquí consigo.
And Justin, one of the as much shit like yeah, that man loves his top. I know my they want like always when he was mad, I'm like, really, you should go make music because you love it, you know. And he's like, oh, I don't want to put anything out right now. I'm like, no, don't put anything out. Just go make music. That's when it's happening. I think he misses. I don't think he wants to say it, but he does.
Fear is an attack on my life. I think it has been for a long time. But it's funny because I'll go and jump on stage. I don't care at all.
Are you really not afraid to go on stage and listen?
Not at all. How is that possible? Because when I'm on stage, it's a different side of your brain, I think. Creative brain. I think that takes more to load, and right now I'm comfortable with it. When I'm performing, I have the mic, so it's me leading everything. But when I'm vulnerable, I don't feel like feeling and there's no reason.
The set of the Yummy music video, the first music video, the first single off of. I think that was a significant day because it's the first time he's done a music video for something of his own solo work for the first time in a really, really long time.
Behind one video, get out there. I just had a
You know, and like, know that some just like space. So there's gonna be just kind of like a good they just off.
a strap and it raises the fluid chemical in your brain on demand.
It's basically like a self-soothing thing. Everybody kind of has their own version of hazening without even knowing it. It's like when you're a little kid and you suck your thumb to soothe yourself. When you're starting to feel really stressed out or just to keep yourself calm. It's almost like, I think when you're like a kid, your mom is like rubbing your back to sleep and it's like the best feeling in the world. It's kind of like that, except you're doing it for yourself.
We coordinate, he and I, prompts that allow him to know what it is that he should be doing in the moment that he's feeling stressed. And then he has a coordinated signal back to me that lets me know what's wrong, how he feels, and what he needs. The key to his mental health now is to create a structured, organized, predictable environment around him.
That's not for we would put a tour together. We would put the tour together in award shows, in promo shows, in radio shows, in Friday Jimmy Fallon, I do rehearsal, do music video, all with the same amount of just not overwhelming
Someone right when they're getting sober and their brain just looks terrible. That same from now can look much better if you do the right things. I'm just incredibly impressed with the brain's ability to heal.
The changes that I've seen with Justin are monumental. He's matured tremendously. He's not living in survivor mode anymore. His sleep is pretty wonderful and he is healthy and he's able to wake up.
Transmisión en buen estado, dice esto.
Excited and
Ya
exercise.
terminé siendo desmadre.
One thing where he's really grown
Pero ya
and
casi
changed
acabamos,
is
nos queda un video y...
how he deals with what he's feeling, how he deals with anxiety that creeps in. He faces it in a very, very different way. He's not medicating himself. He's just growing and using the down moments to his advantage and learning.
There's always going to be good days and bad days. If you work a 9-to-5 job or if you're Justin, it doesn't really matter who you are. Every happy with that day, but it's part of life. I can say confidently that I know he's the most excited for this chapter.
That's it.
Well, my name is Lindsay Nicholas. Honest, so quickly, and I'll say his moment, and I'll but it's
It had been 2 years since we had dated when we got back together. So, you know, we kind of learned each other all over.
Yes.
Realizing that actually never stops. You actually never stops. Even being married, we couldn't get any closer. But I feel like as time goes on, I'm learning him more and more and more, and it's so fun. I hope that actually never stops.
I don't make him breakfast every day. No, I'm kind of lazy.
This is so dry, Dave.
I didn't make the bread. I didn't know create it. We never got the bread. I made you dip the eggs with bacon. That's what that's for. I want the house all myself.
Oh yeah. Been here many times.
I used to play Justin here every Sunday and Saturday during the week for practices of this hockey.
This is where I grew up playing. I got the Leafs here. A couple of my favorite players. I got some of the guys that I grew up playing with.
It's awesome seeing him play hockey with some of his old friends and just be him, you know? This is stuff that he likes to do and stuff that he's good at. I think it's really exciting that he gets to play along with some Maple Leafs.
Black and blue, where's everything else?
It's sometimes hard or I get really sour to see him. But when times like you get to see him and not play games like that, he teaches me like dancing, volleys, and
You can't just think of how proud I am of him. Like I couldn't try and tell you how proud I am of him.
Me encanta esto. Falta hacer ruido. Vamos a parar.
Makes me so happy. I like care about him than like anyone in my life.
I mean, to grow up that like I don't know, feel to that calls for you to be perfect. You're not. It's a gift, but a curse. When you make music, you make a hit, a platinum album, a platinum song, like so it's like an evolution.
Moving forward, going.
Kids, everything, the respect level was a little different because I was so much younger than everybody. So now going out there and setting the tone is really what I want to do. I lead by example. And that's how you do it. That's, you know, like you're directing this thing and you set the tone. You know, in the past it was like, this is a JB show. I guess I really wasn't focused. Change is respect.
Siento feliz por poder hacer.
I'm looking for and also the best key is really important for our group right now. Let's get into it. You started on N8.
Oh man, we've been ready since 2017. This is purpose-driven living. That's what we talk about all day, and we know that he's functioning within his purpose. To see him commit to that and want to do that,
Been on. He's gonna get to watch someone he loves do it for the first time.
I'm excited to go on tour. I'm not an artist, so I don't really know what it's like, but I would say I love to pick up and go and be traveling, moving, and I would go the whole time probably. I still have to work and do my thing, so I think my goal is to just create a home away from home for him.
I'm excited. This team's excited. I'm sure the fans are excited.
Anyway, so I kind of went back to my roots and created an album that's pretty R&B influenced. Yeah, hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
Anything that he makes at all, I'm excited. I don't care if you who can put it on a plate and put that in the store. I'm excited. Anything that Justin makes, I'm like ready to go.
I always love an album that the more you listen to it, the better it gets every single time you hear it. I think that's exactly what this album is.
I feel like he's grown. There's so much maturity in it. I just know Bieber is a special artist and he's a person.
He has always wanted to be a person who's, well-rounded, has a pop sensibility, but still is based in soul, the writing, the way he sings it.
I've worked with many artists. I've collaborated with a lot of artists. Him and his team is like the easiest to work with.
Going back to even when he first started the process of his music career, there was a lot of stuff. So there was also a father figure role in the same for Allison, where she's big sister, mother figure at times. I think as a team, they're unstoppable.
Is there room for me to stick in there while the music's playing?
I don't think we have clear space up.
Hey, don't overdo the introduction. Just introduce yourself.
Man, it's love. It's not a manager or it's
Me quedé bien tieso, está bien chido el último episodio. Ya se saca la
Right here, you inspire my whole look.
¿Qué es eso, mis sobrinitos?
He's one of the best artists in the world. He's not faking it. He's him. He's himself. And he shows it in the music, and he shows it like I consider him one of my real friends because the love he shows me is just incredible. The conversation we had just on a text.
You know what? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna read you the last text that he texted me. I'm gonna just show you the type of guy he is. He texted me and said, "You're kind, gifted, blessed, anointed, favored, handsome, valued, respected, and your best days are ahead of you. I believe it and I declare it." Like, those are the type of texts you see.
Lo bueno de esto no está tan que no hay mucha gente que me vea. Si hubiera mucha gente que vea, estuviéramos platicando, cambiando, haciendo cosas.
I really loved everybody on set. It made it super easy for me to express myself, be honest, grow. I was in such a vulnerable place. I was like, I want to capture this, but like I can't just have anybody come in. So I just want to say thank you to everybody on the set. I can't do this. None of us can do this without your specific hands.
We really are. We're really great. I'm proud of us. You should be. Well, he's not even all the way in. He's like, "Hey, your hand in it, your hand in it, you're going to get it out."
Promise everybody knows what we look like. You guys get this. The first five. Except one from Who's Seen the Bleed movie?
Who see the believe move? Acabó.
This has been a crazy, awesome chapter. I've gotten to go through a lot of ups, a lot of downs. Everybody in this room, for the most
After
part,
these, ¿qué vamos a
played
ver?
an enormous role into just the success of this album, and I'm really grateful for each and every one of you. So thank you guys.
People will talk about the difference between Justin now versus 10, 11 years ago when we started. And when I was a kid, my grandma used to say, "You're immature, or you you're letting go of stuff." And I think the stage is for his, you know, growing as an artist. His music is a reflection of that growth. I'm incredibly proud of the man he is. I'm excited to continue to witness that journey. I think a lot of people are too. At one point you realize how far you've come. I really was. I had it. Like I really just like, you know, when I had my baby for that, when I bought from a street vendor, you know, it's crazy. The first time.
Getting close and keeping
Te digo que ya lo haces adrede, cálmate. Ya estuvo. Mucho. Este, qué feo. Ay, asco. Para hacer tanto.
Weird here and about my little brother, right?
Respondiendo en online, te presentamos ¿Qué opinas? Comunidad online, donde nos interesa tu opinión, te pagamos por ella. Regístrate en www.queopinas.com y comienza ya.
You have a kind of a big announcement,
I
right?
do, yeah. I'm actually going on tour.
Justin Bieber announced a massive tour to promote his fourth album, Purpose.
The fifth biggest tour of 2016, and it crossed the $200 million mark. You're not done. You're starting a stadium tour.
Says he is canceling his world tour.
Justin Bieber announced that the remaining dates of his Purpose World Tour will be canceled. All we know is that he's going through a lot. What's that?
People think he's having issues, seems to be falling into another dark place.
The reason given by his team in a statement cites unforeseen circumstances.
I mean, I hope he's okay. Alright, here we go. I'm Justin. I am from Stratford, Ontario, Canada. I am an
Y
artist.
terminamos,
I make
se
music.
acabó. Justo 2 horas dura. Street Dreams. Acabo de ver esa película. Bueno, gusto verlos, chavos. It was a real pleasure to do this.